This is Michael Gano with Insight to Israel, and I'm here in Cluj-Napoca. Listen, there's a lot of things I'm learning just being here with some of the folks that are standing up for freedom, and we're gonna post a message later from them to the Israeli Jews that are fighting for freedom. So I want to say thank you to everyone who watches our social media, likes our social media, comments, but most importantly, you share our social media. We are on a trip across Eastern Europe to show those who are fighting for freedom and to send a message back to Israel that they love you and they stand with the Israeli Jews fighting for their same freedom. And you ready? I have a very special young lady here. Yeah, go ahead and have a seat. I won't take much of your time. So, what's your name?
I'm Ioana Coman. I'm from Cluj.
Okay.
Like we are right now.
So you're one of the organizers here in Cluj.
Yes, one of the organizers. I organize more protests over here. Right now we are even like a few people. We are keep trying to like make processes. I don't know how to say it with the law.
Right.
And also I was as much as I could trying the government and everybody to make them answer and be punished for what they did with all these restrictions.
And even the injection that's actually killing people.
Like my nephew that has 5 years old was vaccinated 5 days ago.
What?
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. And the parents said that it was his choice.
It was his a 5-year-old's choice. Are they going to let him smoke cigarettes too and drink alcohol?
Yes, because they want to. This
wow.
Is because over here they are saying that they are taking the children for an informed consent from people that usually, like, the parents should be informed and know everything that has to do with these vaccines. And my nephew, it's incredible, has all kind of diseases because his immunity is not very well.
Right.
But they didn't care. They vaccinated anyway.
So let me ask you something. Like, you've been very active in the parliament about all of this.
I was, especially when was the mandatory vaccination in 2017.
They tried to do it clear back in 2017.
Yeah, but even earlier in 2015, when they said that all the parents who don't want to vaccinate their children, they will have 100,000 lei over here.
A fine.
A fine. Or they could go to jail from 3 to 5 years or 7 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, if they don't vaccinate their children. So we went over there and said no, that this is not possible. And they tried to push this law because they said that, you know what, over here people would not get the vaccines, and which was right. In 2015, if you look at our statistic, you will see that were only a few people that would get vaccinated for the at that time was MMR.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, and for that disease, and it was so funny because were only 7 people in all Romania that was having that disease. They were saying that we have to get the vaccine for.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, but we went in the parliament and said, why are you pushing this on us? And they said, you know, it's something that comes from EU, and we have a program that we have to integrate Romania in, and that program is from 2016 to 2020. And after 2020 come the pandemic, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So right now, there are laws that more than 100 people cannot be gathered at a protest, correct?
Yes, that's very correct. Otherwise, we will have a fine that would start 2,000 lei.
Now,
like this.
right now, the Israeli media is saying that people are dying and the hospitals are full in Romania because of corona. Is that true?
It might be true, but it's not like they are making a big fuss. Like I can tell you with numbers. Like in 14th of January, like in UK, they would have like.
But what about here? Let's talk about here.
Yes, but I want to make a comparison. Like
okay.
They would have more than 100,000 people who would be infected, and 300 people who died. And over here, in the same day, we will have like maybe 9,000 people who would be infected and 30 people who died.
Right.
And over there they would said, you know, we want to not have any more restrictions because we see that they don't function. And over here we were, because now from 3 or 4 days we have much more infections. Like.
But that's only because they took the PCR test, which is not accurate. So you can, the PCR test can say you're infected, but it doesn't mean you're sick.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, because that's how they inflate the numbers and then scare people.
Yeah, in a way, like these tests anyway, they're not accurate.
And they come from communist China.
And not only that, but not even the numbers are not accurate, because in January, at least 5 days, they would not say who are the people who recovered.
Right, right.
So how can you say that your dates are accurate when you don't say for 5 or 6 days when were the people who got cured? Like,
right.
Why you don't report those numbers?
Absolutely.
And why should I believe you? And you always say, no, our numbers are perfect, but I can see in what you are reporting that they are not accurate, because it can be like every day, if you can say how many people are infected, you have to say also how many people recovered, and that's crazy.
Yeah. So right now, the statistics show that 70% of Romania is not injected. 70%. That's a very high number, which is amazing.
It's not 70. It's 60. It's 60%.
Right.
That's the accurate number.
And then there's another 10% we'll talk about later. I don't want to talk about certain things on the camera, but I have to give it to the Romanian people that they're not going to very easily believe their government.
Yes.
There may not be, especially right now, a lot out protesting, but the fact that the numbers show that there's not that high percentage that hasn't injected, it shows they don't. Because you said that
a lot of people in high power that have to decide for us, a lot of them, they're sponsored by Pfizer.
There you go.
And then we know these things. Like, we're not stupid. We know how it goes. If our Prime Minister, Rafila, it has sponsorships from Pfizer, we know how many fines they are having, like how many fines the pharmaceutical are having. So of course we will not go to get vaccinated and take part in an experiment. We don't want that. When I was in the parliament, the president of the Senate, that was the health chamber. I don't know how to translate.
Right, the health ministry.
The health minister, the president in 2017 was Laszlo Attila, that also was having
money from Pfizer.
Yeah, not from Pfizer, from somewhere else, but it was still sponsored.
Right.
So why would I believe it? We have so many people. We have organization like Ana Măiță, who was a person that was very much into nature and things like that, and was against vaccines. After she started to receive sponsorships from Pfizer,
bribes, they call them bribes.
Yeah, after she started to get bribes, she changed 180 degrees. So, and she's keep pushing the agenda through her organization. So we're not stupid, like we see what's going on. So that's the reason we don't want to get vaccinated so easily.
Right. Let me say this real quick. Now, I want to say to the 2 million plus Jews fighting for your freedom, I love you. And we're for you. And we got a little video we're going to post later from the Romanian people, from a few of the folks here that are fighting for their freedom. But I want to say to those that took the injection, the Jews that took the injection in Israel, you're very, very stupid. You have 4 paid advisors to Pfizer on your Corona committee. 4. And they're all making the money. And they all have their little parties in the Knesset. And none of them are wearing masks. None of them. While everyone else that works at the party, the security and everyone, all of them are wearing masks. So you're very, very stupid people, as I've been bold enough to say to your face 1,000,000 times in the state of Israel. So it's amazing how hypocritical government officials are.
Yeah, that's true. That's like, if it hurts when you see how they are manipulating the people, because like it was with my nephew, like the parents, they want the best for the child.
Right.
Like they cannot understand, even if I'm trying to tell them. There's some parents that cannot understand because they really, really believe in what the government is saying. But my mother, that was the most stupid thing that the parents did, is because my mother here in January, she had thrombosis.
Thrombosis?
Yeah, thrombosis, and she could almost get blind, and now she has to take 3 times a day tyrosine. It's over here it's something that she has to take so that her blood will not
thin.
thin.
Make
Yes.
blood clots.
Yes.
She took the vaccine?
Yes.
Wow.
From Pfizer.
Wow.
And after that, the parents went and they vaccinated
Their child.
Their child after what happened to my mother. I was so amazed.
People are very, I don't know how to describe it.
How can you
Now, let me ask you something. Did your mother blame it on? Did she come back and?
No, she doesn't.
And
because
she's never had that problem before.
No, never.
Wow.
And because she cannot believe that the doctors would do something other than seeing the interest of the patients, and she cannot believe it.
Most doctors are murderers today. They're murderers. They got blood on their hands. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, and it's incredible because she cannot believe this. She will not go and make a complaint or something like
Wow.
that.
Wow.
There are a lot of people like this that will have side effects, and they will not say anything. So they would always say with these vaccines that there's no side effects because people would
Don't
not
report
go.
them.
Don't report them, of course.
Wow. And I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you to the Romanian people, because in Hebrew with English translation subtitles, we have Vax testimonies. Someone here in Romania took that Vax testimonies from Israel and put Romanian subtitles to it and Greek subtitles. And I'm going to say, whoever those people are, we love you and we're thankful for you. Okay, listen, anything else you'd like to say to the people that are watching all over the world about Romania and your fight for freedom?
Yes, that we will keep fighting in our way. We will do everything in our power so that these people they are committing crimes against humanity. They have to, each one that took all these sponsorships and everything, that has to come a day when they have to respond and go to jail.
Go to jail, absolutely.
So we have to do everything in our power to go to justice, to go to courts, and that's what I'm saying for everybody from all over the world to do their best to
hold them accountable.
Yes, that's what I want to say, and to spread love to everybody and to keep together.
And to thank God for your freedom,
yes,
what you have.
Yes, and thank God, because here in Romania, at least we're still, how can I say, 60% that
I think it's 70, but we won't debate the numbers.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We're going to hear more from this young lady and others here in Romania that are fighting back. And we're going to be traveling a little more soon, but we want to set the groundwork for other people. We want to say thank you also to Canada for fighting back. For Canada, the United States, for other people in Australia, other people, listen, I love it. Other people in other countries that are fighting. We love you, and we're going to continue to bring the voice of others fighting for their freedom. We want to say once again to the Israeli Jews, the 2 million plus fighting, that we are going to send your message, your voice, to the rest of the world and talk about the tyranny that a Jewish government brings upon its own people while blaming Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran for all the problems. And they're not. The biggest problem with the Jewish people is the government of the Jews. God bless you. This is it, Michael Gano for Insight to Israel. Don't forget to share. Go to GoFundMe right here. The link is right here. If you want to be a partner with us as we tell the truth about what's happening. I'm not on vacation here, folks. I came here for a reason, and that is to stand and fight for freedom and make that stand with others and with Israel. God bless. Have a great evening.